how to convert from decimal to binary. So that's a big point for the exam. So let's understand how that works. So first of all, the IP address, for our understand, for the human being understand, it's written in decimal number. So, but the PCs, the hosts, they don't understand decimal numbers. They understand just the binary numbers. So that's why when the IPv4 has been created, they created also a method where we can convert from decimal to binary and binary to decimal. So in that way, we can assign one IP address for the host, and the host does the conversion for the language he understands, which is the binary, and then send the traffic, receive the traffic based on that name. So that's why the Cisco exam, the Cisco CCNA, especially the CCNA exam, or for the real life as well, you should know how to convert from decimal to binary and vice versa. So let's go on. I'm gonna use here the IPv4 address 192.168. Let me just make some more spaces in here. For example, let's start like this. The 192.168.10.10. One example, 192.168.10.10. From this IP address, which by the way is a decimal number, we're going to convert these ones to binary. But first of all, we have to represent the 4 octets in binary way. So to do that, we're going to write down a few zeros in here. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And for each one of them, for each bit, we're going to give a value. And this is a fixed value. And we're going to use this value to do the conversion. So because it's a fixed value, the way I can remember these values is like this. The first bit from the left to the right has a value as a 128. The second bit is a half of that, so divided by 2, value as a 64. The third one, 32. The fourth, 16. So always divided by 2. 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. So that's how you can represent the first 8 bits and the decimal value for each bit. So the first bit has a value as a 128. So when I want to get to 192, I'm just going to turn on the 128 and any other bit to get the value as a 192. But for now, we're going to leave this one like this. And I'm just going to copy and paste this section in here and make the second one for the 168, the third one for the tens, and the last one, let me just reduce the size of the last one, and the last one in here. I think I made a mistake in here. I can fix that easily. The last one, so over here. The mistake I made was on the last one, on the last bit. I should write the last bit as a number 1 and not number 4. I know you're screaming out there, hey Andre, it's number 1, it's not number 4, the last one. So now I just realize and find out it's a number 1. So it's a number 1 in here, and my last bit in here, the small one, is a number 1 as well. So fantastic. And In the middle of them, between them, I got the dots in here. So that's the first octet, that's the second octet, that's the third octet, and that's the fourth octet. So now we're going to represent 192 in binary numbers. How do I do that? Because each bit has a specific value, you just need to add bits that get a result that you want. If I turn off all of the bits, I will get the result as a 0. If I turn on all of the bits, I will do the 128 plus 64 plus 16 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. So I will get the value as a 255. So from this point of view, I can have any number from 0 to 255. Any number. Just doing the combinations of zeros and ones. So let's check how we're going to make the first one. How we're going to make the 192. I always like to start from left to the right. Some people like to start from right to the left. It's personal, and I just did always like this. All of my experiences from the left to the right. When I'm teaching real classes, it's always from the left to the right. So let's start in here. So if I turn on the first bit, I will get the value as a 128. Let's make this bit a bit pretty in here. 128. If I turn on the second bit, I will have the 128 plus 64, which is 192. So that was easy. 192. 128 plus 64, 192. The rest of the bits, the other bits in here, I will leave as a 0 because I got my number. I got the 192. For the second octet, let's say the second one, this is the first octet. For the second, and then I got the third, and then the fourth octet. So now it's nice. For the second one, I'm looking for the number 168. So how do I get the 168? For the experience from the previous octet in here, I will turn on the first bit and turn off the second. Because if I turn on these two, I get the 192. So it's going to be a number above that I'm looking for. I'm looking for 168. So I got a 128. Let's say 128 plus 62. Sorry, plus 60. Plus 32. 128 plus 32. How much is that? 128 plus 32 is going to be 160. So I got a 160. Yes, 160 is below that I'm looking for. So I'm on the right way. 160 plus 16 is going to be above. So it's going to be 176. No, I don't want to turn off this bit. So I got a 116 in here. Plus 8, 168. Yes, I got my number. 168. I will turn off the rest of the bits. For the third octet, which is in here, the third octet, for the third octet, I will represent the number 10. So I will cheat in here. I will do this. 8 plus 2, 10, and turn off the rest of the bits. It's make the life easy. For the last one, which is 10 as well, I will do this. I will make the, let's do this. Let's change this number. Let's change the 10. Let's say 20. Makes more interesting. So let's say 20. So you're going for 20, and on the red in here. So let's say 20. How do I get to 20? How do I get to 20? I will turn off the 128, the 64, the 32, and I will leave on the 16. So I'm looking for 4 now. 16 plus 4, 20. So the 8 is off. The number 4 in here is on, and the rest is off. So I got the 20. So that's how we can make the conversion from decimal to binary numbers. And from binary numbers to decimal is just the opposite around. So if I've got the binary number in here, let's say the binary number like this. This one, turn it on. So I got the 128 plus 64, which is the 192. 192 plus 8, I got the number 200. And then I will move forward to the second, third, and fourth octet. So it's pretty easy. And because I guess you're looking for the CCNA exam, I guess you're looking for the NECISCO exam, probably you will get 1 or 2 questions about conversion, and that means you will get 1 or 2 questions converting binary to decimal or hexadecimal. And the hexadecimal part, we're gonna check in our next video. The next video is how to convert from binary to hexadecimal. I'm gonna use the same example, and I see you on the next video.